What do you think the Stop's role has been during the pandemic?
When this all started, we were just watching and waiting like everybody else. We were watching the news, getting the government reports, the city information was coming in, and we were just seeing one after another. Respite centers, shelters, libraries, drop-in centers, food banks, closing their doors. And we knew that we had to do all that we could to remain open. It was becoming clear that COVID was going to have a profoundly negative impact on a lot of people, and especially those who we know rely on our services. We knew that we have a lot of resources and we have a lot of support, and we just needed to keep doing what we always did to the best of our ability in order to support everybody through what was going to be a very challenging time, and what has been a very challenging time.
I think the Stop's role during the pandemic has been the same and completely different at the same time. So we've continued to provide the good, healthy, delicious, and nutritious food that we always have. We just aren't able to share it together around the same table anymore. And so instead of having that community connection in person, we shifted online and over the phone and through Zoom to make sure people aren't suffering from social isolation at a time when I think we all are to some extent.
How did you maintain safety while offering services during COVID?
When COVID hit, we had to look at the number of people working on site in each of our spaces and determine the minimum number we could have to be able to better physically distance, but still do the necessary tasks. We helped volunteers navigate health and safety concerns, encouraging those who are in higher risk categories or who have family members who are to pause volunteering until the pandemic passes. We miss those folks. We added extra volunteer shifts in some areas, like our kitchen, to manage how our workflow has changed when we adjusted to providing takeaway meals. Our role at the Stop has been to continue to provide healthy, nutritious food in as dignified a manner as possible, and to do our best to connect people with other supports that they might need. We've been able to provide emergency food access to more community members during COVID than we did prior, with fewer hands doing the work. I'm so thankful for the commitment, energy, and adaptability of our volunteers. We couldn't have survived the past year without them.
How did your program's participants respond to the changes?
So participants who've been accessing our program have told us that that once a week that they're coming to see us and get the food hamper, for them it's this moment to connect with us, to connect maybe with another mom who's also waiting to pick up her hamper. And so we've been really grateful to have those moments of connection with our participants. The webinars and the cooking demos have been another opportunity for the moms to connect and maintain those connections that they would otherwise make during our in-person workshops. Another really important part of the program for them has been that it's so hard to navigate the different systems and types of support that are available. So with our family support workers and also with the partners that we work with at other organizations, our participants have been able to navigate systems more easily and find out what supports are available for them.
Initially, there was a great sense of gratitude that we were answering the phone. People were always surprised, oh, I can't believe I got through a live person. And people were very grateful when the advocacy window opened up. And I use the term grateful very carefully, because I don't think in Canada people shouldn't need to feel grateful just because they got what I consider is a very basic service. I don't feel grateful that I can go to a doctor. I don't feel grateful that I can buy groceries. So that it was great to get that positive feedback, but I also think it was kind of telling about the kind of world that people are living in.
We can't wait till we can get people back into the space. We do a lot to bring joy and substance to a service that for many can feel bad, it can feel stigmatizing, and having everyone line up outdoors all winter just, it isn't what we want to be doing. So we can't wait until we can get people back into the space again. That being said, I think we've adjusted really well, and we've brought in some new systems that I think that we'll continue to use once this is over. And how does it affect our team? I think that people are tired, but overall I think that we've really risen to the occasion and can feel good about all that we've been doing. The effect on the team, I think we've been through a lot. There's been a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, but ultimately I think that we're feeling good.